Check it out. I'm making things. Not at home, but that's okay. Because it all just is what it is. And I'm using the skills that I've learned on the crazy journey. I was really lucky to kind of learn how to make skate park for a bit. That was pretty rad. And so I used all sorts of the techniques that I was able to learn there. And yeah, we're building my mom a patio because it's hard for her to keep her balance these days. She almost slammed on the first step, which was a trip, but it's all good. Yeah, so this next month is a huge shift in my life. It's the last check that I get from being on disability, and I'm stepping away from it all because, yeah, I can kind of do and create whatever, and so I'm just stepping out of that limitation. So yeah, if you want surf video edited or created, if you want music for any of your website jazz or for your YouTube or anything, hit this guy up. I can make it for you, and we can discuss a price that's reasonable. Recently pulled down all of my music from Apple Music and Spotify and all of those other companies. I was paying $79, and you get 0.00007 of a penny for each listen or something of that sort. So for having millions of listens total between all of the stuff, I was making just about $30 a month on average, sometimes 60, sometimes 12. It was constantly shifting and changing. But one cool thing I'm conscious of right now is that even if I were to charge, say, $50 an hour to do landscaping stuff, which is the minimum as I looked on the Google happenings, that's the same amount if I were to work 2 hours that I used to make just bussing tables at the Space Needle in 2001. So I'm going to start out mellow, but I've been making websites since 1995, and yeah, I've been writing music and doing all of that since I was a kid, and it's purely authentic, which I think the universe has just been waiting for me to finally be able to open up again and have the confidence to charge for what my service is as a Renaissance man, pretty much. Fully capable. Built a house in the woods out of people's trash, and I'm working on my third documentary that's autobiographical about my venture into spirituality, to be able to let go of the traumatic childhood that I experienced, that I continued to hang on to all the way until just a couple days ago, where I had a huge realization, kind of on the equinox. There's a big lead up to it, but what happened was a consciousness of that you can basically either dwell in love or fear, and if you fall back into a fear state, life's just not that fun. I was fortunate along the journey, the spiritual journey, to manifest some of my craziest good dreams. Got a whole bunch of free clothes from Vans, and LibTech gave me a whole bunch of surfboards, and got to meet some of my heroes and idols, and I played a bunch of music with Dane Reynolds, and got to travel around, and there were like super babes that wanted to take me home, but the cool thing was I'm sober, and my energy means a lot to me these days. So after the spiritual journey, well, I'm down to 2 friends that are core friends. 2. I only have 2. I have a few acquaintances, but I became conscious of understanding that, the reflection process. So it's kind of like I'm seeing that a lot of the people think of me in a certain way, and I get to see that reflection in them, and it's forcing me to change my behaviors and the way I speak. And that's where I'm kind of stepping into the fact that I'm conscious that I'm capable and getting off of the disability with making just $1,100 a month. Money doesn't matter. It's really about putting your love into something. So if I can just pour my love and my heart and all my good energy into all that I do, that's good enough for me, and that's going to help me out to be able to spend more time in nature and just be what I love. So it gets hard at times because, we live in a world that's controlled with consumerism and buy the next thing. But I'm making a push right now, and I'm saving up a little bit of money from working some crazy odd jobs doing manual labor. And this is my last month on disability. So all of the music that I took off of Spotify is up on Radio David, which there'll be all sorts of broadcast happenings through there. Once I get my tape recorder back from the van, I'll be able to just speak into it and do audio recordings, everything from my computer. So the cool thing is I can use this phone, even though it doesn't work anymore. In a Wi-Fi area, I can upload the videos. So it's a pretty cool tool when it's not connected to the internet all the time, and I'm not just... So I'm going to try out a couple new things. I have absolutely no expectations, except for to make sure I get out the energy that I need to get out through creating. And if you need any help making any kind of music or videos or whatever, or you need somebody to do that for you, I can do that. Might be time to shoot wedding videos again. I don't know, but the shift's happening, and I really appreciate the people who've supported me along the whole journey. It means a ton to me. Just even the kind comments and things people have said about the videos I've made in the past. And it's very, very awesome to get the good feedback. So let's see where this one goes. Who knows? But I'm going to continue to do this. But the most important thing is I've been stretching, and I went to a wild yoga class. It was all on a DVD tape at the community center in the town where my mom lives. It was myself and Edna and Sandy and Vicky and Joe. I can't remember everybody else's name, but it was the most punk rock thing I've ever done. And today I bought some books at the library. They had a book sale. So I'm breaking fears as I am reintegrating back into society after years of spending time in the wilderness in isolation. I'm realizing you kind of need both, and the time out there is making me see my real, pure, true self, and I can't hold that back. It's just not worth it for me. I tried, and I got really scared through this last process, and that's not for me either. So let's just see where the big shifts come and go. And if I can make these life changes at 44 and start to love myself purely and completely again for all the good, all the setbacks, and realize, wow, I'm really good at getting back up when I fall. So what's the point in being scared of anything? Each fall is an experience, and that's how you get better. So thanks for the stoke. And yeah, have yourself a wonderful day.